My wife, thinking we're going to burn the place to the ground, is running for the phone. Right, we'll get to that later. Today is all about this. A real piece of firewood. It actually came out of our fire. It was the last fire we had, and it was a fire that nearly burnt down our house. So that's today's wood turning. It's got a bit of history for me and my family in particular, and we're going to see if we can turn something interesting out of this.
When we bought our property, it had a massive pine tree on the front of the section. It spanned 20 metres, so the branches spanned across our property and onto the neighbours' properties. And every time the wind blew very strong, we always worried that the tree would fall down, go crashing through the roofs of our neighbours' houses. So we cut the tree down and we chunked it up and made it into firewood, much to a lot of wood turners' chagrin, I dare say. However, pine in New Zealand is very cheap, and there is lots of it, and there's lots of it that's better quality. So we were burning this pine, and this piece of wood we popped into the fire one evening, and it started to burn. It really burned. It started to get very, very warm very quick. And after a while, it started to make the fire roar. And my wife and I thinking, well, that's a piece of pine with sap in it for sure. And it kept getting louder and louder. And it got so loud that we started looking at each other thinking, what the hang's going on here? And then with another minute, the roaring is thundering, and the house is starting to vibrate, and then the windows started to rattle as the fire was trying to suck air into it, and it was going up the chimney so fast. And we thought perhaps we had a chimney fire, and my wife thinking that thought, I better get onto the phone and we better start calling the fire brigade, things have got out of control, which is a very sensible thing to do. I, on the other hand, did something quite insane, and that was I grabbed the water bottle that we used to spray our daughter's hair with and started squirting the fire. So I opened the door and I started spraying the fire with this water bottle. It only had half a litre of water in it, just under a pint, and spraying madly for about a minute. And it only took that much to dampen down the fire and put it out. It was quite incredible. But that was the last time we had a fire in our house. I just took out the fire and we got some people in and they removed the fireplace, removed the flue. The piece of wood that started all this, I chucked in the wood pile, which is a bin, and it's been sitting there for the last, I say, about 10 years. And I realised recently that it's still sitting there, and it has this really good story, and the family always remember that evening because things got pretty intense. So today we're going to try and make a project out of it.
my son, also the fire marshal. So it's unlocked. Good job.
Our son Zach has taken up metal forging during COVID as a hobby to keep him entertained. I've asked him to help me with this one to create a metal stand to combine the two pieces of wood together. So we'll leave the rest of the video up to him.